it's Kate and I'm back with a new concept for a video. So, I would like to start a series that is called Kate's Fives. So, today I would like to talk about 5 of my favorite authors. They are in no particular order, but I need to start with probably the real favorite of mine, which I am talking about all the time, and that's Becky Chambers with her Wayfair series and her newest novella, To Be Thought If Fortunate. Her universes are so well built, they are so inclusive. She is all the time including LGBT people, different species, different races, and is still building a universe that has some conflict, has some drama, and is still such pure escapism. I cannot stress enough how much I love her universe. So if you want to go into sci-fi, if you're looking for a book that is going to give you pure escapism, almost nothing related to the world we have today, which is very much welcome in 2020, please try Becky Chambers. The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet is a found family trope. There is a female to female relationship in this, and it is just so pure. So much love. I can't, no, yeah, the best. And I mean, my rules, how I would choose a favorite author is either I am in love with the books, if it's one series they brought out, so much that I want to speak about it all the time, but somehow that's not enough, and I want to see at least one more book from them that is giving me some kind of feels and is proving me how great they are. And yeah, thankfully Becky Chambers brought out a novella that is unrelated to the Wayfair universe, proving her biggest ruleship kingdom above my heart, because I love her writing, I love her books, and please give me more. Okay, next author is Andy Weir. So you probably have seen this book and the movie, because if you are like me, you have seen this movie at least 15 times. I did, and I loved the movie, and I went back and I thought, yeah, I want to read The Martian, and I love it so much. And the thing is, I love his second book too. I know this one is controversial, but I really love his approach to modern sci-fi. There are critiques I have for these books. I have not given Artemis, I think, 5 stars, or I gave it like 4.75 because I know that he has a main character in his head and he's somehow reusing it, and I think this is kind of a problem. But the thing is, Mark Watney is a precious bean and I will protect him forever, and Jazz is kind of similar, and I don't mind. The book is still great. They're very different and they are so good. So Andy Weir, you have a place in my favorites, and I know he's bringing a next book out 2021. So I will see after that book if he remains a favorite author of mine. I hope so, because yeah, I love these a lot. On to one author that I discovered last year and has been building up in my bookshelf because I love her writing so much. And I have recently read a book from her that is completely different genre than her other books, and I still loved it. And that's Nina Lacour. So Nina Lacour, you probably know this book if you are in the LGBT community, and on BookTok was kind of hyped for a while. She has other books that are really beautiful and are a lot of times gay and sad. Everything Leads to You, this is like a classic lesbian novel. It is great, but not my favorite. I must say that What We Are Okay is my favorite, because I cried, and I loved it. This has the purest description of depression and grief I have ever read, and just so great. She has a writing style that hits me in the feels all the time. Like, sometimes she has like these sentences that like make me go, whoa, what was that? And it is almost in every book she writes. The newest one is Watch Over Me, which is a ghost fantasy story, and still, it is so good. Don't mind me, I don't give all these books 5 stars, but I appreciate them so much. And I know I will read more from Nina Lacour in the future because it is so good and she does not go wrong. Amazing. And the fourth author is Shannon Maguire, or Mira Grant, because she has 2, I think, or even more, the artist names. But the book I have at home in physical is Into the Drowning Deep. But her Wayward Children series and Middle Game are lovely. She has such a good way to build the universe. And the stories are so gripping. The stories are fantastical. And this is science fantasy, something between, and horror. And it is so good. I don't know what it is about Shannon Maguire. She just has a thing to grip me into the story, and I love it. So anytime she brings a new book that is not in her like 15 book series she has started in 2003, I will probably read it. Like the Wayward Children series and Middle Game is getting a sequel, so I will read that. And I'm looking forward to diving into Mira Grant backlist, because there are some like zombie novels, and I think that is still going to be great. So this book, if you are looking for a science fiction fantasy thing about killer mermaids, this is your thing. And Shannon Maguire also includes a lot of LGBT characters, which I appreciate greatly. And the last author that has proved himself to me in the last 2 weeks, because if I love a series a lot and then comes one book from that author that I also love, they are in my favorites. Yeah, they are. So, as a child, I have always adored one series from YA books. I had an obsession with Harry Potter. I had a huge obsession with Lord of the Rings. But one love that I don't speak enough about was the Inheritance Cycle by Christopher Paolini. So this was one of my obsessions as a child, and I have reread them I think 2 years ago, and they are amazing. I still really love them, and I will probably reread them next year because I have loved it as a child, but the author didn't write anything else. And in 2012, when This Beauty came out, he announced working on a science fiction book 8 years ago. This year it finally came out. It is an 880 pages long epic science fiction book, To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. This is gonna be among my top 10 books of 2020. I think this is the purest, most beautiful love letter to science fiction that I have read probably ever. This is so good. It has been so worth it to wait for this for 8 years. It is extremely fast-paced. A female xenobiologist finds an alien artifact and it changes everything in the universe. And there is found family tropes, there are space squids, there is epic space battles. It is so fantastical, so epic, and it is everything in one book. Like, this has been a wild ride. It took me a week to read this, and I cannot recommend this highly enough. If you love science fiction in any form, please read this. So, with my love for Aragon and his newest book, I must say that Christopher Paolini is one of my favorite authors, and I cannot wait if he ever writes another book. Please not wait 8 years, please. So that's it. That's my favorite 5 authors. I have more to come. There are more authors I would probably put on my favorites list, but those are the ones I thought about today. So here you have 5 to look into. And please do, and if you read something from these authors, please slide into my DMs or slide into the comments below and talk about those with me, because I love them so much. Jesus. Okay, thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I hope I gave you some recommendations, and I will be back with more videos and more with Kate's 5s. And in the meantime, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and bye!